live from the O'Hara Construction Studio in downtown Jackson. It's the Bart Hawley Show. I'm David Rice, inviting you to join Bart and his guests. From Southern Michigan Bank and Trust Vice President and Mortgage Loan Officer Craig Talbert and Vice President and Commercial Loan Officer Bobby Rozak. From the Jackson College Heritage Center, Director Diana Agee with Barb Markowski. From Consumers Energy, Vice President of Natural Gas Engineering and Supply, Holly Bowers. It's Girl Scout Cookie Time with Michaela and Aspen. And meet the JTV staff with Sales Account Manager Mickey LaFear. And now, here's Bart.
Thank you very much, David Rice, and good afternoon. We've been waiting for you. Thanks for tuning in today. Nice to have you here on this 5th of February. We have a pretty chilly 23 degrees, wind chill 14 for our afternoon. Pretty calm and quiet. Just clouds and high of 27. Winds below 10 miles an hour. Tonight, things will change. We have a winter weather advisory in effect starting at 10 p.m. and lasting until just 9 a.m. tomorrow. And the reason is ice. The Weather Service is predicting mixed precipitation, including freezing rain, total ice accumulation of a light glaze up to 0.05 of an inch expected. Doesn't sound like much, but it can cause havoc on the roads and sidewalks. Freezing rain and sleet will begin mainly before 3 a.m. So if you have evening plans, you should be A-OK. After 3 a.m., the precipitation will switch off and on between freezing rain and the sleet. And the difference, freezing rain is rain that drops as rain and hits the ground and freezes. Sleet is already icy on its way down. Accumulations of less than half an inch overnight tonight. The advisory is only in effect till mid-morning because the temperature will be rising and all that ice will melt. High on Thursday of 38 degrees, and we will have sunshine with that. Friday, partly sunny, high 29. Snow showers back on Saturday, and the National Weather Service is saying we could get a significant storm this weekend, and when they say significant, they really aren't able to say much more than that because we're too far away from the weekend, but we could see some snow accumulating on Saturday and Saturday night. Then Sunday, mostly cloudy, high of 30 degrees. And that's it, today's weather, and it's presented by Kelly Express. Kelly Express with our new location on the corner of Michigan and Robinson welcomes a new neighbor today. It is the first day of service at the American One Credit Union in that new plaza. Kelly Express has great deals on your favorite snacks and drinks and pizza at South Street, Jefferson Road, Grass Lake, Napoleon, and County Farm Road. A large specialty pizza and an order of breadsticks, huge order, for $24.99 all this month at Kelly Express. We'll glance outside and see how things are looking from the top of the Blake Building in beautiful downtown Jackson. It's kind of a quiet, calm winter afternoon. Today, the 5th of February, National Chocolate Fondue Day, and that is a great winter treat. Messy, complicated, time-consuming, but fun. It is National Girls and Women in Sports Day, National Shower with a Friend Day. Have you done that yet today?
Twice. I didn't know it was Shower with a Friend Day, though. I just did it.
National Signing Day. Noah's doing it right now. World Nutella Day. Nutella is one of those food items that I think is very polarizing. People either love it or they hate it, and I'm in the hate it category. What about you, Brandon?
I hate it.
I
think it's gross.
It's just, no, I'm not a big fan. On this day in 1919, United Artists is founded, the movie studio. Charlie Chaplin was one of the film studio's first owners, and his movies were distributed and produced by United Artists. On this day in 1909, the world's first synthetic plastic is developed. And I was curious about this. Synthetic plastic, isn't all plastic synthetic? But yeah, I mean, it doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah, right.
It was developed by Belgian chemist Leo Baekeland, and he announced his invention and he named it. Do you know what he named it? Not plastic. Baekeland, the guy's name.
Okay.
Bakelite. Bakelite, that plastic that everything was made out of in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and 50s. Think of school lunch trays.
Okay.
Those plastic school lunch trays.
Hard plastic.
Bakelite, yes. The meeting of the American Chemical Society erupted in applause as plastic began its life. On this day in 1945, U.S. troops under General Douglas MacArthur entered Manila in the Philippines after a month-long battle, and that ended 3 years of Japanese military occupation. Goodbye, they left the Philippines. And on this day in 1972, and it really wasn't that long ago, Bob Douglas, the first African American elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame. And there he is, as late as 1972,
Wow.
before the first African American entered the Basketball Hall of Fame. And he was known as the father of black professional basketball. He owned and operated and coached the New York Renaissance from 1922 until 1949. And there they are in one of their early years. Racial discrimination was severe and unrelenting. Despite that, it kept his team focused. They played all over the country, anywhere that they were welcome. And they played black teams, they played white teams, from Boston to Kansas City and everywhere in between. They played the original Celtics, they played the Harlem Globetrotters. They often traveled as far as 200 miles for a game. They were refused admission to hotels. They had to sleep in cars. They were refused admission to certain restaurants. It was not a great road experience for the Wrens, as they were known. But despite all those obstacles, they were a very successful team. They played over 2,500 games in their lifetime. And this gentleman, Bob Douglas, the creator, the founder of black professional basketball, Hall of Famer. Who ever heard of him? I never heard of him.
No.
No.
Should have.
So honoring Bob Douglas today. Now on to Today in the J, brought to you by Experience Jackson, and we have the Jackson District Library Bookmobile visiting Jackson College this afternoon. They're going to park that baby near the residence halls, and students and neighbors and anyone welcome to come check out the Bookmobile as they aim to broaden library service by expanding its reach to communities all throughout Jackson County. There isn't just books in the Bookmobile. There's DVDs, audiobooks, resources, and more. And if you don't have a library card, you can sign up in the Bookmobile. There's a event at the Parma branch of the Jackson District Library today from 3 till 5 for kids. It's called Simply STEAM, designed for kids, middle school kids, presenting by the Jackson District Library, exploring all things STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And tonight it's Sporkle Trivia Night. You're invited to join the folks at Grand River Brewery for Sporkle Trivia, and they do this every Wednesday starting at 7 p.m. Get together your friends and family, bring a team, and compete for prizes and have fun. Happens tonight at 7 o'clock, Grand River Brewery in downtown Jackson. And that's it. Today in the J, presented by Experience Jackson. Today on JTV, we have a brand new episode of Food Circus. The Food Circus cameras visit the Jackson Area Career Center and Ella Sharp Museum. And here's a sneak peek of what you're in for later today.
We are back at the Jackson Area Career Center with the Culinary Arts Program students. Ella Sharp Museum recently featured the Julia Child exhibit, and for an encore, the Jackson Area Career Center students are putting on a cooking demonstration featuring Julia Child cookbook recipes. The menu includes chicken fricassee, Caesar salad, chocolate mousse, and a grazing table. Everyone is hard at work preparing for the event, so let's head back into the kitchen with student Lillian Wiley.
So right now we are making the egg mixture that goes inside the deviled eggs. Inside it has mayo, Dijon mustard, and a little bit of the sriracha. And then I think we're gonna add, like some of them, we're gonna add some onions on top of them and then some paprika as well. When I first joined Career Center, I joined last year, my junior year, and I joined because I just liked cooking, but I found out that I have like a huge passion for it and that I'm actually really good at it.
A really cool episode. The students of the Career Center made recipes from Julia Child's French cookbook during the Julia Child exhibit that was at the Ella Sharp Museum. And then they created and presented a delicious dinner of chicken fricassee to guests. And I was there and it was awesome. Wonderful job. Check it all out, how it all came together, all the behind the scenes today on a brand new Food Circus with Adrian Sharp at 3 o'clock. Well, on our show today, we have a great lineup of guests from Southern Michigan Bank and Trust, Bobby Rozek, and making his first appearance on our show, Craig Talbert. We'll hear about their new branch and additional services. Diana Agee from the Jackson College Heritage Center will be joining us along with volunteer Barb Markowski. Holly Bowers from Consumers Energy, she's VP there, and she is presenting the Robotics Expo, welcoming in robotics students at the Consumers Energy One Energy Plaza campus later this month. We have two Girl Scouts today, Michaela and Aspen, and they are kicking off the Girl Scout annual cookie sale. And we wrap up our annual series of Meet the JTV staff with Mickey LaFear. All this and more here today on JTV. Thanks so much for being here. And we get started with Bobby and Craig right after this.